Yes, if you want to say that I was a drum major, say that I was a drum major for justice. Say that I was a drum major for peace. I was a drum major for righteousness. And all of the other shallow things will not matter.
Originally called the Drum Major Foundation, DMI was founded by Harry Wachtell, lawyer and advisor to Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. during the turbulent years of the Civil Rights Movement.
The Drum Major Institute is driven by our legacy from the Civil Rights Movement. We are a think tank that is of service to those who are working for a progressive agenda for our country.
Here are some of the ways that DMI advances an agenda of social and economic justice.
We highlight models of effective progressive policy for two reasons. One, we want to counter the notion that some of our most entrenched challenges can't be tackled. We know they can. We're seeing people all around the country that are doing it. And two, we want to inspire replication. If there are good ideas working in some places, there's no reason that those ideas can't be disseminated throughout the country.
What I think I bring and what I try to bring is some real life experience in community organizing and advocacy, in working directly with people.
That's the reason DMI has been writing about the foreclosure crisis for 3 years. We didn't just discover it 3 months ago, because Mark Winston Griffith was out there seeing it, dealing with families, and then taking that back and writing and blogging and doing media on it.
On the eve of the Iowa primary, DMI launched MayorTV.com with The Nation magazine, featuring interviews with mayors from across the country and what they think the presidential candidates should be talking about when it comes to cities.
DMI recently released a report on the civil legal system, looking at challenges to making our legal system work more effectively for all Americans, for regular Americans, like the little guy who's fighting corporate abuse, or the grandma who's facing wrongful eviction.
Our work is not all national. We never forget that we're a part of New York City, and our work on policing the schools, on congestion pricing, and on retaining New York City's middle class, I feel has really informed the debate in this city.
I used the statistics and some of the work that was being done by the Institute to talk about the campaign, to talk about what was the core issue and the main reason that I was running for Congress. I can't tell you how humbled and honored I am to stand with this group. When you see the geographic diversity here from New York to Pennsylvania to out to the plains of Iowa and Minnesota, that this is an issue that totally encompasses this country for the right reasons. And I know that this group here understands clearly, today we're going to go up, debate, and vote on a budget. This is a group that understands a budget is not just a fiscal document, it's a moral document, it's a reflection of this nation's values.
DMI is the only think tank in the country that has a Netroots Advisory Council. We have 2 well-regarded blogs, and the middleclass.org features the best technology available. DMI uses video to tell the stories of public policy, and their targeted Google AdWord campaigns are reaching millions of people in unprecedented ways.
The Drum Major Institute recognized early on that this conversational medium was very important, especially to the dissemination of ideas. And they've done amazing work in, not only with their own blog, but engaging the larger blogosphere in creating conversations around issues that are of vital importance.
So as a progressive think tank, the Drum Major Institute would get phone calls from progressive elected officials, from organizations, candidates saying, do you have any young people who can work for us? Do you have people who can do policy, people who would want to be a legislative aide, people who would want to write my issues platform for my campaign? And unfortunately, the answer too often was no.
In response to this challenge, DMI launched DMI Scholars. The program identifies accomplished college activists from diverse communities and trains them in the skills necessary to obtain and succeed in entry-level public policy positions. DMI Scholars will become the future legislative directors, issues directors, policy analysts, and strategists that fuel the progressive movement with new ideas and effective advocacy.
We want to fundamentally reshape the way people think about policy. We want to drive new ideas to those who are hungry to turn progressive values into action. We want to fuel the movement with the people who are going to be running this world in 20 years. That's how we Drum Major for Justice.
For more information, please visit www.drummajorinstitute.org.